Hi, my name is Simon Wilkinson, founder of Digital Arc, a culture-based web design and web hosting business. We help our clients achieve their objectives by offering a professional service at sensible pricing, and we like to be fun too. Background: the reason for this course of free video resources is there's a number of people there who are absolute beginners who've got no knowledge and want to get a website online without having to be too technical. The aim of this course is to supply the information you need to get the web hosting, choose your domain name, and get your website online. Over the course, we're going to offer 14 free video tutorials. This one's going to be number 4, how to choose a web hosting package. If you haven't seen the first 3, please take a look at our website. So, lesson 4, how to choose web hosting. In this lesson, what you will learn is how to work out what type of web hosting you need. Let's face it, any search in Google you'll find lots of different offers. Why the headline price can be misleading, very important. Don't be taken in just by what looks like the cheapest price. And finally, 7 simple considerations which will help you make an informed decision. Right, as I mentioned, there are many types of web hosting packages available. So make sure you have a good understanding of what you're after before you start. You wouldn't walk into a car dealership without knowing what type of car you wanted to buy and what the need was. So think about, what do you want your website for? Is it a simple brochure website which just tells about your company, the services you offer with contact details? Are you looking for something which is an e-commerce site which allows you to sell your products online so people can buy 24 hours a day? Perhaps you just want a personal website. Again, very simple to a simple brochure website, but you may sort of want forums or Twitter feeds, stuff like that on that one. Is it a small, medium, large business website? Website that will contain lots of videos and pictures, and I'll come to that on the next page. Is it a website for where you want to write your own blog? And the other part is, with all of these, you should consider how many monthly visitors, known as traffic, you think you're going to get. So why is it important to think those things through? If you're after a small brochure site, a small business, or perhaps a personal website, probably basic web hosting packages will be okay, but they do vary, so I'm talking about a good average basic package. If you want an e-commerce or a medium or large business, you probably will then want the higher end packages offered by a lot of organisations, ones which give lots of bandwidth, perhaps unlimited bandwidth, unlimited storage space. If it's one where you want videos and photos, they can be very large files, so again you're looking for a package that will give you a lot of storage, a lot of monthly bandwidth. If you're after a blog, basic hosting may be okay, but usually as part of any blogging software like WordPress or Joomla, you will need to be able to have a database. A lot of web hosting companies are quite naughty on this one, that they don't make databases available on their basic packages. The other thing to look for is extra features like one-click for WordPress and Joomla, because it can be quite technical if not. I mentioned that monthly visitors and traffic is important. The more visitors you get, there'll be more people who will be consuming bandwidth, downloading items from your site, and if you've got a site that's got a very low bandwidth on its basic package, you will soon find that your site goes offline because there's been too many visitors and your bandwidth has been exceeded, and you will then have to migrate to the next package up, and in some web hosting companies that can be quite a jump. Finally, email. If you want to have an email address which is based on your domain name, like info@yourdomain.co.uk, look for web hosting companies that give you that as standard, where they won't charge you extra each year for that. Right, the 7 considerations: reliability, features, true costs, not just headline, the migration path to other web hosting packages, ease of use, support, especially post-purchase, and domain ownership or the transfer of a domain. Reliability. Make sure the web host has a good uptime. Most good web hosts will give you a rate of something like 99.99% availability. Make sure the web host has a solid infrastructure and it's running on modern kit. There are some small independents or even some larger organisations who are running an old kit and servers can be an issue because you suddenly rely on one person, and that can be a point of failure. Make sure, and this comes to the third point, make sure there is suitable contingency, so that if one of the servers goes down, it will flip to another server. Likewise, when you've got too much traffic hitting a certain server, that's where your web site is stored, that can cause performance issues. Features. Again, look what features are included in your package as standard, and if you drill down, most should give you a full list of what is available. Make sure that the feature you need is available in that package you wish to buy. So if you get something offered with a very low headline rate, but you want to do blogging, if you look down and it hasn't got the databases in there for WordPress or Joomla, then you will find that the web hosting package you've purchased is no good, and you have to migrate to the next one up in the offered by that service provider. Cost. Following on from the points I just mentioned, always look behind the headline rate. What is the true cost? Watch out for extras like you're going to get charged for your domain name, the renewal of your domain name, for emails, some form of setup or activation fees. Is that going to be charged? Work out the total cost, what they will charge you. Migration path. As your business and your website grows, which hopefully it will, you may say, right, well, I need more bandwidth, or I need more storage, or I need more services. Make sure that you can migrate quite easily to the next package up, and also make sure that that cost increase is acceptable. Ease of use. There's a lot of web hosting companies out there which assume people have got a lot of technical knowledge. Other ones try and make it easy for you. They give you a very easy control panel, which makes it very easy to set up email accounts, file transfer accounts for uploading your site, ones for doing your analytics of how much traffic you're getting. If you're not technical, an easy to use control panel with good online training, perhaps video tutorials, and a good frequently asked questions or knowledge base will make it a lot easier. This then leads into support. What is the level of support which is provided? Some of these web hosts are purely internet-based industries and businesses. All they care about is getting your money, and then they don't really want to have to deal with you after that point. Support is offered perhaps via email, via some sort of ticket system, and it's what I call the absentee web host. So if you get a real problem where you really need some help and guidance, they're just not going to respond to you, because all they're worried about is they've made the sale and they've moved on. And if it can be very frustrating, if you're stuck on something which is very simple but you just don't understand, you need somebody who can work with you and help you through that. Finally, domain ownership. Is the domain included in the monthly annual costs? Will it be registered in your name? A little trick from some of the companies which offer perhaps free hosting is that they charge you for domains and then they register it in their own name and don't let you transfer it without paying quite a high release fee. So always find out, is it going to be registered in your name? Can you transfer it? And if so, what will the cost be? So in summary, work out what you're going to use your site for. Is it going to be a small site, large site? What side of traffic? What emails? How many email accounts do you want? How much storage? How much bandwidth? Ensure it's going to be a reliable host, that they've got features that you require. Don't get suckered into by paying high, small headline costs, and understand that it's going to cost you a lot more in the long run. Make sure you can migrate easily from one package to the next package. Most importantly, if you've got no technical knowledge at all, make sure it's got good service and support. It's very important. As I hear, when you start talking about it saving you 50p or £1 a month, sometimes it's worth paying that little bit more. And finally, make sure you own your own domain. Okay, hope you has moved you forward in the path of discovery. And next, lesson 5, that's where we get into a real example of going through the steps, choosing a real domain name, buying a real domain name, and buying the web hosting. Thank you very much.